In this video, I want to continue the series all about keywords for KDP and how important it is to correctly enter your title and subtitle when setting up your book. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Caroline and I make videos to help you master your mindset and make money online so that you can build a life you love. If you do enjoy watching videos like this, please take a moment to subscribe. I very much appreciate it. And don't forget to click the bell so that you get a notification whenever I do upload a new video just like this. In my last couple of videos, I talked all about keywords, the Amazon algorithm, and how Amazon actually uses your keywords in your listings to rank your book in their search results. And then I did a video about how to find keywords using Amazon itself, using some free Chrome extensions, and using the software Publisher Rocket. I will link to both of those videos down in the description, so if you do want to go check them out, you can. And today I want to focus on your title and your subtitle and how you can use keywords in your title and subtitle correctly and in line with Amazon's requirements and rules in this area. In my first video all about keywords, I went over that Amazon allows you to include keywords in your title, your subtitle, the author, the category, the description, and the 7 keyword slots, and that the title and the subtitle are the two most important parts of your listing that Amazon uses to match your book up with a customer's search query. So as a very general example, if you have a coloring book targeting adults available on Amazon and a customer comes onto Amazon and searches for the phrase adult coloring book, but you don't have those specific words in your book title, then it's highly unlikely that your book is going to show in the search results, even though it is exactly what the customer is looking for. It's important to get your title and your subtitle correct when you set up your listing and submit your book to Amazon, because once it has been submitted, you cannot change your title or subtitle. You would have to unpublish your book and then republish it with a new listing. In saying this, there are a couple of times where you would be able to change the title or subtitle of your book, and this would be most likely if you had a spelling mistake. So I uploaded a book to Amazon. When it went live, I realized I'd made a spelling mistake. So all I did was I emailed KDP support just explaining I'd made a spelling error and asked them to correct it. And they did. I didn't have to unpublish the book and republish it or anything like that. It just took a couple of days for them to respond, but they fixed it up and made the title correct. But firstly, let's take a look at what Amazon's requirements are for your title and subtitle, because there are things that you can and can't do. The title field must only contain what is written on the cover or on the spine of your book. Amazon won't approve a listing that has a different name on the cover to what you enter in your listing when you're setting your book up in your KDP account. If they did, it could cause confusion with customers when the book cover says one thing and the listing says another, and we all know Amazon is just all about the best customer experience. They also like shorter titles over long ones, as according to Amazon, readers tend to skip past titles that are more than 60 characters in length. In fact, keep in mind that Amazon only allows 200 characters in total for both the title and the subtitle. And actually, on the Amazon website, it states, books with titles longer than 200 characters will not display in search results in Amazon. You'll want to reduce the number of characters in your title, subtitle, and/or series name to ensure your book displays in search results on Amazon. So that is really interesting. So definitely keep that in mind when you are coming up for a title for your book. How many characters is 200 characters? Well, this is 200 characters. So basically enter your title exactly as it is on your book cover or your book spine, and your listing does have to have a title. A subtitle is optional. You do not have to enter a subtitle, but it gives you the opportunity to explain to your potential customers a bit more information about what your book is about or how it can help them. And you do not need to have the subtitle on the cover of your book. If you do decide to use a subtitle, there are a couple of things you need to avoid here too. Amazon advises not to add details of the book, such as the size of the book or how many pages and things like that in your subtitle. And this is because all that information can be found further down on your listing page on Amazon. And so if that information is already available to the customer on your sales page, there is no point taking up those precious characters with information that's going to be repeated later on in the listing. They also do not want you to use any words or phrases that are based on your perception. So what I mean by that is things like best-selling book ever or something like that. Saying it's the best-selling book ever is just your opinion. Not everybody's going to agree with you, and if a customer buys it thinking it's going to be the best book ever and does not agree with you, that is not a good customer experience. Also, don't use any words like limited time, promotional, or anything related to pricing or sale of the book. So ideally, the way that you would want to set up your title and subtitle in your KDP listing is by using your main keyword or keyword phrase that you want to rank for as your book title, and this is what would be on the cover or the spine of the book. And then your subtitle would contain some secondary, probably longer tail keywords that you want to rank for, but they also need to be relevant to the book that you're selling and your book's content. And the main thing is that you need to make your title and subtitle sound natural and fluent. It would need to sound just something like a normal customer, a normal person just out looking for a book would say when they're looking for something in particular. So if a customer was in a physical store, for example, and they were looking for something specific, and they go up to the salesperson and they say, I'm looking for a swearing adult coloring book. Have you got any? That's a normal way of speaking or asking for something. And if they're on the Amazon website, that's what they're going to type into the search bar. They aren't going to say or type onto Amazon, adult coloring book, swearing coloring book, adult activity book, gift for women, mum, wife, teen, which is what I've been seeing a lot of on KDP lately, unfortunately. And if you want a book or a brand that looks professional, that is not the way to go about it. So why don't we take a look at a couple of good and bad examples of titles and subtitles on the Amazon website. So firstly, the way the title and subtitle is displayed on Amazon is the part before the colon is the title. This is the colon. And the part after the colon is the subtitle. The part in grey, which has paperback and the date, is put there by Amazon. You do not get to change that. So that just automatically appears. So this is an example of a pretty much perfect title and subtitle and exactly the way that it should be laid out. So we've got 100 amazing patterns. That's exactly what it's called. 100 amazing patterns. The subtitle, an adult coloring book with fun, easy, and relaxing coloring pages. So the customer knows exactly what they're getting before they even look at the inside of this book, before they even look at the description, before they even purchase it. If they're looking for something fun and easy and something to relax them, they know that this book is going to help them. There's no keyword stuffing. They're not trying to advertise this book as something that it's not. The spelling and grammar is correct. They capitalize each letter, which is what should happen in the title of something. So that's exactly what you should be aiming to do. This is another one which is really good. Adult coloring book for good vibes. So they've got that there, adult coloring book for good vibes. And then their subtitle, Live, Laugh, Love, Motivational and Inspirational Sayings, Coloring Book for Adults. They've added a couple of keywords in there, motivational and inspirational. They've got adult coloring book, because that is something someone might search for, but they also might search for coloring book for adults. So they put two different options of how someone might search for an adult coloring book in both the title and the subtitle, but it's not keyword spamming. They have just picked what they want to rank for, and that's what they've used. Now this one is a bit of an example of maybe what not to do, although it does have 5 ratings. So this book has been purchased and it's got a ranking. They've got a spelling mistake here. They haven't even spelt tattoo correct, which was probably just an accident, but you need to pay more attention to that sort of thing. And then we've just got repetitive keyword, tattoos, 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 tattoos. I feel like that's too many repetitions of the word tattoos. And I'm guessing they're using these because people might search for this sort of thing on Amazon. So ship tattoos, anchor tattoos, women's tattoos, rose tattoos, but still it just looks too keyword spammy, and it's what they've got on their book, but I don't think they even needed to put that on their book. They could have just put however many 50 beautiful tattoos or something like that. I mean, this isn't a review of the book, but in my opinion, it's just a little bit spammy with keywords. Okay, so I had a look at gratitude journals. The 5-minute gratitude journal is the title. Give thanks, practice positivity, and find joy. You know exactly what this gratitude journal contains. You know exactly what you're going to get out of it, and if that's what you're looking for, then it's the perfect book for you. Now, this gratitude journal is interesting because what I did is I searched for gratitude journals and then I sorted them from the newest first, because I feel like there's a lot of low content books being uploaded at the moment. So The newest ones are probably going to be more like these ones that are a little bit spammy. So I found this on the first or second page of the newest editions when I searched for Gratitude Journal. As you can see, it's only been uploaded on the 6th of March. Now, you will sometimes see books that don't follow the rules in terms of what you're meant to have in your title, subtitle, or your listing in general, and they don't follow the Amazon rules, but they still get through. A lot of them will be pre-KDP, so prior to being able to publish paperback books through Amazon KDP, it was done through CreateSpace. And back then, they weren't as strict and a lot of stuff slipped through, or they didn't probably even check a lot of stuff. Maybe only as publishing paperbacks on KDP has gotten more popular, they've started to enforce some rules. So you will see books that don't follow the rules. In saying that, this one does not follow the rules, but it still got through. So I guess sometimes it will just depend on who you get on the day, on who's approving or not approving your book, and sometimes they'll just let it go, and sometimes they'll be really strict and say that it's not being approved. So this one has a title, Good Vibes, Happiness and Fun Through Positivity, the Mindfulness Journal, Christian Gratitude Journal for Girls. That's the title. Maybe it's on the spine, possibly. I highly doubt that's on the spine though. But that is not what is on the cover of that book. So I'm surprised it got approved, but it did. And then their subtitle, you can't even see the whole subtitle because these ellipses here are showing that there's more words in their subtitle, but we can't see them because they've got too many words. So their subtitle, Daily Gratitude Journal for Teenage, Gratitude, Mindfulness and Positivity. So this is just a spammy title. Where on that book does it indicate whatsoever that that's a Christian gratitude journal? I feel like that's a very specific niche and would require a specific gratitude journal for it. I'll have a quick look inside and see actually. So there is nothing Christian about this book. So they're just trying to target a niche which their book is not targeted to. It's just an example of not putting the title that's on the cover in your actual listing, and using keywords that don't accurately describe your book is not the niche that your book is targeting, and it's just too many words. They've just filled it with words trying to target keywords in the hope of getting sales, and so that's just not really the way to do it. Now this one is another perfect example of just stuffing it with keywords, adding things in that do not need to be there. So Gratitude Journal, well that's fine because that's what they put on their cover, so that's exactly what the book is, but they've just keyword stuffed the subtitle. Gratitude Notebook Journal, Gratitude Journal for women, for men, for teens, for teen girls. You can't target everybody, pick one. Is it for women or men? I would highly think a man wouldn't buy that. I honestly do not think a man would buy a flowery gratitude journal. Maybe some guys love flowery things. I'm not saying that they can't, but that is clearly a female targeted book. Secondly, they need to capitalize their words, and that's just a grammar thing. But you would look at any successful book on Amazon and they would have capital letters on their titles. They've included the size, which you don't need to do, and they've included something else which we can't see because they've got too many words in there. And even though you're not allowed to have anything about the price in the title, they've added it in their description, which I don't think is a good idea because Amazon actually fluctuate the prices themselves sometimes, and then that could get you into a bit of trouble with the customers if it doesn't match what Amazon is actually selling it for. Now, something else I just wanted to quickly show you when I was searching for gratitude journals, and that's where I searched for newest arrivals. This is what the newest arrivals look like. This is what is being uploaded to KDP. This whole newly added section is just flooded with this Jack Braun gratitude journals for literally every job I guess he could think of, he made one for. And this one here that I've just looked at, that is what is pretty much all they've obviously, the two of these people are just uploading hundreds of the exact same book with slightly different covers or titles. Did this video help you get clear on what you should and shouldn't be doing with your title and subtitle, and how to set them up properly to help your book in the search rankings? If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps let me know what videos to make more of and what to maybe not make more of. And if you do want to make sure you don't miss out on more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe.